What's up, guys? Today I'm here with kind of an interesting game. I'm playing Fantasy Strike, which if you haven't heard of it, it is an upcoming game, still in development. It is kind of, I guess the best way I would describe it is it's Street Fighter mixed with Smash Brothers. So it's Street Fighter in the sense that, you know, it's pretty straightforward 2D fighter gameplay. No air dashes or anything crazy. There aren't even ground dashes, actually. There's only walking, so it's kind of Street Fighter 2-ish in that respect. But it's Smash Brothers in the sense that the controls are very simplified. So there's only 3 buttons. There's a normal button, there's B, which is your first special, and then there's C, which is your second special. But then different directions plus the attacks will do different things. So, you know, like back A is different from neutral A, which is different from forward A. And then you also have air versions of all your specials. And then A plus B at the same time does your super. And every character has 2 supers. They have one from the ground and one from the air. So I'll show you the air one as well. So pretty cool. And the life bar, you can tell, is pretty interesting as well. It's a lot like a game I played earlier, Pocket Rumble, where the life bar is divided up into individual chunks. And generally, one hit is going to do 1 chunk. So combos do a ton of damage. And that's probably why the game is 4 rounds, first to 4 rounds. I've never seen a game that's that many rounds, but it works well because each round is usually only like 10-15 seconds long because the damage is so high. Reminds me a lot of Super Turbo, where, you know, one jump in into one combo into one mix-up a lot of times can kill. But different characters do have different sized life bars. As you can see, Jaina has 6 chunks, Midori has 7, and then I think Rook, who is kind of the grappler, he has 8 or 9. He has a lot. Oh yeah, chip damage is also very similar to Pocket Rumble. If you block 1 hit, your thing starts flashing. If you block 2 hits, it starts flashing faster. Then if you block a 3rd one, finally you lose that little chunk. But if you wait long enough, eventually it'll stop flashing, and then you won't have to risk it anymore. One thing I absolutely love about this game is that it shows you the frame data in training mode. Holy crap, this is so useful. I wish every game did this. So you can see, like, this attack is -9. It's kind of unsafe, but if you space it out, it accounts for that. See, I can make it -5. It's pretty amazing. I wish every single fighting game ever had this feature. It's the best. So right now I'm playing Jaina. She's kind of like a pure zoning character as far as I can tell. So she's got the horizontal fireball that she can also do in the air. She's got this vertical air fireball, that's her air C. Her ground C is a dragon punch. It's completely invincible. In this game, if you're invincible, you have like a white aura around you. It actually takes away 1 hit of her life bar, which is kind of interesting. I guess that's like the trade-off for a zoning character having such a powerful reversal. So, you know, her game plan seems to generally be like, keep people off you with your annoying projectiles, keep them far away. Her air super is just ridiculous. You can do a lot of chip this way as well. You can do stuff like use her forward A to set up air specials. And then, like I said, this kick is unsafe, but if you're covering yourself with a projectile, then you can make yourself safe and do a lot of chip. So she's pretty cool, but she's also fairly straightforward. I'm going to jump into some of the other characters that are a little bit more complicated and show you some of the cool stuff this game has to offer. Alright, so now I am playing as Degre, who is a pretty interesting character. As far as I can tell, he's kind of like a setup slash frame trap pressure character. He has, you know, some decent combos. You know, he can do like this for 3 hits, but he can't really get any damage after that 2-hit chain. His first special is this command dash type thing. It's a lot like Slayer. So he's invincible for the first part, as you can see, and he's got 3 follow-ups. He's got this punch, he's got this big punch that does 2 hits of damage, and then he's got this flying kick that, even though it's 2 hits, it only does 1 bit of damage. And then his third special, he commands the ghost to grab you. You get grabbed by the ghoulies, and he pretty much gets a free combo off of that. So that's a pretty awesome attack. It is blockable, but you can use it, you know, to force the opponent to block so that you can go for a mix-up or that kind of thing. Let me set the dummy to block here. So it seems to me that Meaty Ghost is really strong. Make them block the ghost, and then you can go in behind it. And if it does hit, then you get crazy damage. You can also do stuff like jumping in and making it look like you're going to go for a cross-up. But then you call the ghost and it stops your air momentum and it hits them on the front. And then again, if that hits, you just get a completely free combo. So that's pretty cool as well. But one of the things that I think is coolest about him is, if I set the dummy back to block again, he's got some pretty ridiculous frame traps. A lot of his stuff is plus on block. So, like the punch follow-up to his command dash is plus 10, which is a little bit insane. And then you can do stuff like his back A, which is 13 frames of startup. So that's a 3-frame gap. I don't think there's any 3-frame moves in this game. The only real way they can get out is with an invincible move. And then if this back A counter hits, you actually get a full combo off it. So let me turn that off and then turn on counter hit. So if this hits, you get a counter hit and you can get some crazy combos off there. I don't actually know, can you get Ghost? No, not quite. But you can get, like, the B follow-up to his command run. That's a cool 3 damage. So the frame trap potential is really huge. And even, like, if you catch them flinching and hit them with that, you can combo off it. Let me see, like this. Yeah, you can get 3 hits there. So he's really good at, like, constantly pressuring the opponent. Mixing up, he has a very strong cross-up, and then, like I said, fake cross-up potential with his Ghost. So he seems pretty sweet. His ground super, I'm gonna be honest, I have not figured out what his ground super does. It seems like a counter, but whenever I try to get the opponent to attack me, it seems to hit me. His air super is this horizontal dash thing. It's completely invincible, so especially against characters like Jaina, who like to jump back and throw projectiles, this is very good for getting in on that. So degre is pretty sweet. I haven't had a chance to play him in a real match yet, but I'm looking forward to getting that opportunity because he does seem very fun. So next up, I want to talk about Suzuki, who is a very tricky rushdown slash mix-up character. As you can see, she only has 5 hits of life, which is the lowest in the game, so she's very vulnerable. But her mix-ups are super, super potent. She doesn't do a lot of damage because she can't really combo into her specials. She can combo into her super, but it only does 1 damage. Her super is also completely invincible, so it's pretty good for going through stuff. So her normals, she's got this slide, which is pretty strong. Let me turn counter hit off here. So the slide has really good frame data, actually. As you can see from back here, it's +8, so from a lot of ranges you can get combos off it. Her forward A is this horizontal palm. It's minus, I'm pretty sure it's unsafe on block, but -5 is not too bad. There aren't a ton of 5-frame moves. But anyway, what's good about this is that it's good for canceling into her various specials. Her jump A is this little miniature dive kick thing. It's not quite as fast as Jaina's dive kick, but still pretty decent. Pretty good for kind of mixing up your air momentum. She can also do that with jump C, which is this Ibuki flight type deal. You can do a whole bunch of mix-ups using this. Very, very strong for mixing up high-low and side-to-side. Well, not high-low, because there's actually no high-low in this game, because you can't crouch. There's only stand blocking, but anyway, pretty good for that. She's got her C special, is this little command hop thing, kind of like Karen. She has a throw follow-up, or she can just do her A out of it to hit you. I think she can cross up, but the range is kind of tricky. And I think I didn't mention her B special is this command cross up, which is pretty sick. You can do a lot of setups where you cross them up with that. If you're far enough away, it actually hits on the front, so it's a little bit tricky. They kind of have to know the exact range for what side you're going to hit on. And her air super, which I haven't talked about yet, is actually a counter. So this is pretty sweet, you know, because when you jump in on someone, if they have a dragon punch, they're going to be looking for it, right? They're going to be locked and loaded, ready to hit you out of the air. But with her super, you can counter that. It's pretty amazing. It even works on supers. So you end up down here, you can get a full punish on their DP, plus you get this weird invisibility effect for a little while. So it's really, really fun. I'm a huge, huge fan of her air super. I also think I forgot to mention her Air B is this kunai. Again, very, very good for setting up pressure off of that. So yeah, like I said, she's not a high damage character. She doesn't have really crazy combos, but her high-low is so crazy. Her mix-up potential, both with normal throw, which obviously off this throw you get some good Oki with kunai and stuff like that. And then with her little jumpy throw here, the mix-ups are just crazy. So she's a really, really tricky character and very, very fun to play. And the final character that I've gotten a chance to try is Geiger, who, he might remind you a lot of Guile. He's got a Sonic Boom type projectile, he's got a Flash Kick type reversal, and he's got like this, which is basically Guile's back heavy kick, is that the attack? But what's interesting is he's got this little gear meter, which as you can see, if he uses one of his specials, it uses up the gear meter. And he actually loses the meter if he walks forward. So the way I kind of describe this is it's like charge for charge characters, except you don't have to hold charge. You don't have to be holding back to do a Sonic Boom. You just can't walk forward before you do it. So he might seem like he's like the total like zoning character. He can also hold down his Sonic Boom to delay it, get really tricky that way. But that's not really the limit of his potential. I think he's a very, very good rushdown character as well, because he has stuff like, he has a cross-up with his jumping A, but then you can fake it as well with his jumping B, which kind of teleports and has him fall in the same space. You can get really ambiguous where they're not going to know which side you're going to hit on. His jump C is this, what would you say this is? Like Remy kind of has a move like this? Or Nash, I guess, as well. Which is very, very good for rushing down. You can combo off it. You can do crazy stuff where you tick into the slow Sonic Boom to make them block and do crazy combos off it. So he can do just so much damage. I mean, I'm fighting Valerie, who only has 5 hits, but, like, you know, you can do stuff like throw out the slow Sonic Boom, follow it up, and like all of a sudden they're pretty much out of life, you know? Follow up the Sonic Boom with back A is really strong. Back A has really good frame data. And you can combo off it on hit into his Flash Kick. This is nice, kind of like Guile. It's a way to move forward without losing your charge. So he's a really, really neat character. His super, which I haven't talked about yet, all he does really is he walks to the other side. The other person can't move during this. So, you know, for a zoner, this is kind of an invaluable tool, right? You're kind of running away, throwing fireballs. You get put into the corner, and then all of a sudden you just get out for free. So that's really fun. I haven't messed too much with whether it's possible to combo using this. I would imagine it would be, right? Do maybe some ambiguous cross-up type stuff. Let me see if I can do something cool. I guess it's not really ambiguous, but you can force them to block. Oh yeah, I don't have, whoops. Can I combo this way? Let me see. Oh my god, that's so cool. Okay, hold up, hold up. I'm just gonna mash Flash Kick. Oh my god, that's so cool. Okay, guys. Yeah, so he has a lot of cool stuff with his super. And then his air super is this giant ball of gears that, you know, you can force them to block. You can do all kinds of crazy mix-ups. So that's pretty good too, but I just love his ground super so much, you know? Oh, that is so cool. So I'm having a ton of fun with Geiger. I think he's a very versatile character with the mix between zoning and rushdown. Oh, I forgot to mention his forward A as well is like this, you know, again, it's like Guile backfist kind of. Very, very strong move, but you do lose your charge for doing it because you have to press forward. So he's just so much fun. So, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video. I want to mention that this weekend, the 28th through the 30th, they're doing an open beta of this game. The link is in the description. There's going to be online play, so I'm going to be playing a ton of it, probably making more videos. Make sure you guys check it out, and check out their crowdfunding campaign as well. I know you probably can't miss it because it's been on this screen the whole time, but yeah, Yeah, anyway, thank you very much, guys, for watching. I'll see you in the next one.